When I tell y'all, it was to the point to where I didn't even want to review this shit. This shit is boring as a motherfucker. Mona, bitch. What are you doing? Why are all these people on this TV that I don't fucking know? Like, are you serious? And none of these people are fucking likable. Like, what was going on, Mona? You ruining Atlanta, okay? New York been ruined, okay? But you want to ruin Atlanta? Like, no, you can't do this to me and to everybody else, because Atlanta is the shit that we all be waiting on. And you know, Jocelyn and I already gone, and I'm trying to keep up with the notion that the show was just fine without her ass. But the show is not good, and it's only because you're not focusing on what really matters. You got all these new people on here, and then they're taking up all the airtime, and then on top of that, they're not likable. Like, I could care less about what the fuck they have going on at this point, like, honestly. But we're gonna get into the video. So the guys, they all come together for Shooter. I think it's like I forgot what this dude, what one of them dudes' name is, but I know Jock was there and Kirk was there. I know they were there, and they all came together for Shooter after the whole funeral and him losing his son and all of that stuff. And you know, Shooter is just in his feelings about it, which he should be. It is his son that was gunned down, and you know, it's like losing. You know, he basically feels some type of way about losing his son to gun violence, and they all discussed them. You know, all had a discussion about gun violence in the street life, because they all have been in the streets, you know, growing up. So they all understand that. But what really made me mad is the fact that Shooter decided to bring Sierra into the situation. Now, he talking about, yeah, you know, me and Sierra been going through our ups and downs lately, but, you know, in this type of situation, she ain't even been here for me at all. Like, she came to the funeral, but ever since the funeral, she ain't even been around. Shooter, what the fuck more do you want from her? Y'all are not even together anymore, okay? She was there for your ass, and you pushed her the fuck away like she said last week. So what the fuck more do you want from her? She showed her respect. She supported you at the funeral. What else do you want from her? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Because you seem to forget that you were out here eating Mariah's ass, and then you got 2 secret babies on her. You steady embarrassing this bitch on national TV. Like, what the fuck more do you want from her? Because other bitches would have stayed on their damn vacation with their new nigga and not even gave a fuck about you or your son. So I don't know what the fuck else you want from Sierra, but motherfucker, please. Like, you really got a lot of nerve using this whole death of your son as a ploy to get Sierra back into your life the way you want her to be. Shooter bye. You ruined it all for yourself. So Samantha, she sits down with Tommy, and she wants Tommy and Versace to hash things out and get past everything. And Tommy said, well, I'm not hashing nothing out until she apologizes to me. And I'm looking at Tommy like, okay, the girl already apologized to you, so you want to say that it ain't genuine. The girl apologized to you already, but you also owe her a fucking apology for coming up to her job trying to fight her. Like, Tommy, you can't have it both ways. You can't be wrong and not apologize and expect the next bitch to be wrong and apologize when you're not practicing what the fuck you preach, Tommy. Like, go somewhere and sit down with the shit now, girl. Like, don't do it. Because you know you fucked up for that. Don't do it. Stop it. It ain't right, Tommy. It ain't right. And you know it ain't. So, you know, Samantha pretty much begs her to have a conversation, entertain a conversation, and do a family portrait. And Tommy really ain't for the family portrait. She says she'll think about it. So, Jasmine and Kirk, they finally meet up to discuss Cannon, and they had a pretty decent conversation. All Jasmine really wants from Kirk is to allow Cannon to be in his life, have Kirk play his part, and make sure that Cannon knows his brothers and his sisters. And honestly, I understand that. Kirk agrees to play his part in the situation. He agrees to fund their lifestyle as he sees fit. And, you know, she also mentions that she's no longer with Rod and Kiana. They're out of her life at this point. And she wants her son to grow up in an environment where he can look up and have a, you know, have a decent upbringing. And I can honestly say that maybe this whole little situation is really making her grow the fuck up, honestly. Because that little situation with Rod and Kiana and her baby, that was way too much. And that was not a good situation for a child to be in. So maybe she's growing up. Who knows? But she wants to talk to Rashid and hash everything out. But, you know, at this point, I just think that you just don't need to worry about Prune and worry about getting your relationship with Kirk on track so your child's relationship with him can be on point. So, Carly, you know, she has new dick every season. She has new dick every fucking season. Every season she has a new dick to sit on. And the latest dick that she's sitting on is Sean Garrett. So they having this little sit down or whatever. They talking or whatever. And he basically talks about his parents, and I think he said his mother died or something like that. But Carly quickly cut him off and made it all about her. And she talked about her dad's illness and how, you know, how he's doing and how he's never been in her life. And I'm just sitting up here listening to Carly, and I'm like, okay, we get it. But at the same time, you so rude. You really gonna cut this man off and talk about yourself? Girl, but that's just Carly. And another thing about it, you know, he having a good conversation, but he had to slow her down and cut her the fuck off and say, look, man, don't cut me off like that. You know what I mean, bruh? But, you know, it is what it is. But what really kills me with Carly is she wonders why her relationships never work, because all she has to offer is fucking. Like, that's all she wants to do is sit around and fuck all the time. Like, it is what it is. So, I don't know, but it is what it is, Carly. Like, you're gonna forever be in the predicament that you in. So, it is what it is. So, Shooter and, I think Shooter and Jock is out there. They all doing work and all of this stuff. And this new girl, Keely, comes up. And let me tell y'all one bit. I don't like that bitch for nothing in the world. She came in on some fucked up bullshit, okay? So she claims that Shooter is her family, and she's known Shooter for years or whatever. So her whole damn time, Shooter sitting up there talking about Sierra like a dog, talking about how she ain't been there for her, and Keely sitting up here talking about, I'm on Team Shooter, I got his back 100%. Bitch, if you was really his friend, you wouldn't be enabling his ass. This motherfucker is clearly using the death of his son to try to guilt trip Sierra into taking his ass back. And Keely talking about something. Do she got another situation going on? Do you think she got another situation going on? Do you think she turning her back on you? He like, yeah, I think she got another nigga. If she got another nigga, she got every right to have one. You had other bitches, and if you need all of this motherfucking support, go call Mariah, go call your other baby mama that you got a baby by, call all them other bitches that you got children by, all these other bitches you was fucking around on while you were with Sierra. You call them and ask them for comfort, because you fucked that up with Sierra. Why the fuck would she be trying to comfort your ass when you're the reason why she out here looking stupid and embarrassed? You've embarrassed this damn girl from the moment she walked her ass on the fucking show. But you think that you're supposed to have special motherfucking treatment just because your son died? No, bitch, you don't. You fucking don't. You don't, I mean, you earn that type of shit. She showed you respect and support by showing up to the funeral. What the fuck more do you want from her? She's giving you way more than enough by showing up. There was a lot more than a lot of bitches would have done for your motherfucking ass after the way you humiliated this bitch on TV. What the fuck else do you want? And Keely, what type of bitch are you? You Team Shooter, you his friend. Okay, bitch, be his friend. But don't enable him in the fuck shit that he got going on. And that's what the fuck you doing, bitch. What the fuck are you saying? What type of woman are you? You really gonna sit up here and condone the shit that he doing, and then gonna sit up here and try to hook him up with a whole nother bitch? And then, you know, later on in the show, you sitting there with Jock and you talking about how disappointed you was, and you steady got Sierra name in your motherfucking mouth. And then you want to sit up here and say that you got a home girl for him. You know what I'm saying? You done hooked him up with this chick named Deja, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And just like Jock said, that is not the right time to be trying to hook him up with somebody. The man just lost his father. I mean, just lost his son. It's not just a divorce that he going through. He going through a fucking death. He's in mourning, and you want to hook him up with another bitch to prove a point, to get Sierra all pissed off and bothered. Keely, you are not a friend, bitch. You are an enabler, and you don't give a fuck. You just on here for a damn storyline. Sierra already put your ass on blast on Instagram. Let's be clear, on the Love and Hip Hop T page. She already put your ass on blast, so you look like a fucking fraud in these streets, bitch. Like, really? Like, you doing all of that, and then you going off on your man for doing his job. So, obviously, you like drama. And it look like you're going to try your best to bring it this season. I ain't here for you. You get 2 motherfucking thumbs down, bitch. I ain't for you. Go somewhere and sit your ass down. Ugh. I don't like her. But yeah, Georgia Prune and Kurt, you know, they have a conversation about Jasmine and the meeting and how it went. And Rashida basically said that she's not really ready to have a relationship with Cannon right now. But if the kids want to have a relationship with him, you know what I'm saying, they can have that. And I can say this about Prune. She's very classy with the way she's handling this. Somewhat classy for handling this situation as far as the baby is concerned. She has no problem with baby being a part of her kids' life. That is their, you know, their siblings. So let them be a part of the life. Let them have that relationship. So I do understand it, because most women wouldn't even want their child to have nothing to do with it, being that it was made in infidelity. And I don't think that's fair, because the child didn't ask to be here. The motherfucker you need to take it out on is the nigga that fucked around on you. That's the way I look at it. So Tommy comes to the photo shoot not knowing that it's a photo shoot. She feels ambushed. She wants to have a conversation with Versace, and Versace don't want to, and you know, well, Versace want to have a conversation with Tommy, but Tommy don't want to have a conversation with her because she feels like she's been ambushed, and now she's going off on Versace. She going off on her mama. She just did the absolute most, and I just couldn't clap for Tommy for doing it. She did way too much in that particular scene. So Carly and her sister Katrina, they have a conversation, and they just trying to come up with different ways to figure out what they're going to do with their dad, because he's sick and they don't feel comfortable with him living in Florida alone, and he having heart attacks and shit. He needs to be in Georgia where everybody knows him, and that's the God thought. It's true. He needs to be closer to his kids. So Ronald McDonald and this Fleely bitch meet up, and it's just basically about her meeting up with her for some support, and she don't want to be managed by Steve. She just want to make music and blah blah blah. I don't give a fuck. That's really it. You know, half this damn episode was filler, and I don't give a fuck about it. But that's my review on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.